But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, you'll never forget it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. So it goes, or so they say. Time's like a mountain scale. Well, I don't know, but I can't complain. God knows I've got my own escape. Sometimes I just might, even in the middle of the night. Sometimes and someday, sometimes, well, I wake and bake. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, you'll never regret it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. One day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Even in the middle of the day, Stephen grins a little, so they say. Sometimes, well, I wake and bake. Boozhoo! Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. The podcast, sweetie. Yeah, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Nah. Ladies and gentlemen, lovely and talented Natasha BOOZHOO Gakina. And in this corner, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. How you doing, Niji? Oh, I'm doing great. How are you? Oh, not too bad. Took us all day to finally get going on the podcast. I know, the day just slipped away. I know. I guess that's what happens when you take two-hour naps. Yeah. What's wrong with me? Mino Onagoshin. Good evening. Good evening, Gwen Carly. Oh, is Gwen here? Yeah, she is. Well, hey, Gwen, what's going on, my sister? My sister from another mister? Nah. My sister from another mister. That's my brother from another mother. This is my sister from another mister. From my cold dead hands is here too, sweetie. Hey, BOOZHOO, from my cold dead hands. From my cold dead hands. Nice to see you, sir. John Redcorn's here. John Redcorn's up late. John Redcorn's past his bedtime. Yeah. Hey, John. Jim Dunn's here. BOOZHOO, Jim. And Gwen says, just one of those days. You ever have one of those days? There are days, and then there are days. You know, once there was this kid who he got into an accident, and he didn't come to school. Oh, yeah? Yeah. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. And he said it was from when the car had smashed him so hard, his hair turned white. That's a good intro. This is a song written by the Crash Test Dummies. And it's called Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the car had smashed him so hard. Then there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room. But when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just been there. But that boy and girl were glad, 'cause one kid had it worse than that. 'Cause then there was this kid whose parents made him come directly home right after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just gone there.
Anyway, get you mana do. Nimi kwachi wandam. I'm thankful. Nimi kwachi wandam. Ka iji bamariziyan. I'm grateful for this life. Thank you for everything that you do today. Mikwach ka iji ka kinakiku ka iji chikean nudu. Thank you for healing my grief. Mikwach ka gay miwi gashke namoon. thank you for listening. Miigwech ka bizadawieg. And thank you for watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Apeyenge. Amen.
I think his name was Ralph the dog. Ralph the dog? Yeah. Do you guys remember Ralph the dog from the Muppet movie? He was the piano player. And he and Kermit sang the song, Can't Live With 'Em, Can't Live Without 'Em. Which, if I had been, had spent any of today preparing for the show instead of just napping and eating, we could have taken a clip, because we got away with that Steve Martin clip. Yeah, we didn't get a strike or anything. Yeah, not yet anyway. Yesterday we were talking about we were talking about Steve Martin and just how much I loved him as a kid. And the first time I saw him in the Muppet movie. And then I was watching the Muppet movie again, just clips. And I saw the clip where Ralph the dog is a piano player. And he meets Kermit for the first time. And they have this hilarious back and forth where Kermit just got dumped by Miss Piggy. Yeah. And Ralph's like, stay away from women. That's my motto. And Kermit's all, but it can't. And Ralph goes, neither can I. That's my trouble. Can't live with 'em, can't live without 'em. There's something irresistible-ish about 'em. We grin and bear it 'cause the nights are long. I hope that something better comes along. But what I didn't notice when I was a kid, but I appreciate now, is what a fantastic piano player that dude is. Oh, really? Yeah. The whole scene, I'll grab it for tomorrow's show. The whole scene between Kermit and Ralph the dog, the greatest Muppet on the Muppet Show, who just never got any, they didn't use him very much, but it was great. It's really funny. And he had good hands, like working hands. So they actually showed him playing the piano, really playing the piano. And there's this funny, just kind of back and forth between Kermit and Ralph talking about women. And then that song, the fact that I still remember it 35 years later, 45 years later, whatever it's been, means it's a good song. I love that song. Stay away from women. That's my motto. Well, he talks about, I go home, I put up my feet, have a couple of beers, take myself for a walk, and go to bed. Sounds like Michael's life. But then that song, I hope something better comes along. And it's got a great chorus. And I'll play it tomorrow. We'll probably get a copyright strike for that because it's actually a song and not just a clip. But I don't care. It's worth watching. Hey, Surrealist is here, sweetie. Well, good evening, Surrealist. Good evening, Surrealist. Good evening. Mino onagoshin is what she says. Oh, we're getting all kinds of hearts and sparklies from her, too. Hearts and stars. Oh, my stars and hearts. So tonight, it's we're halfway through the week, sweetie. Abatuse. Abatuse. Halfway. When you're halfway, you're abatuse. And you're Wednesday. So all those words rhyme. Hey, guess what? What's that? I was writing a song this morning on the guitar. Yeah. And it was real easy to rhyme that morning prayer you just said during the last song?
Oh, you mean, miigwech ga ishi ga kina ge gu ga ishi chike anun gum?
Yeah. There's a lot of Ojibwe in there, but the rhymes, it meters out nicely. Gaji ge miigwech ga ishi ga kina ge gu ga ishi chike anun gum. Ga gu and nun gum. It can rhyme on that, and it rhymes in time with BOOZHOO. We're going to write a song. Tune in next week for a new song from me and Natasha. Maybe, Michael, you could play some guitar on it. Yeah, you bet. In Ojibwe, an Ojibwe prayer. Because, sometimes it's tough to write in Ojibwe because you got to rhyme. I mean, it's hard enough to write in English. But then Ojibwe's got these long words and everything, and you don't know if it's going to rhyme. But then when I was just playing around, I went, oh, what do you know? It does rhyme. And like I've always said, and I'm an English major, so I know. What's that? It's not poetry unless it rhymes. I don't want to see her. Oh, no, this is a prose poem. This is my deep thoughts. It's like, no. Part of the skill of writing a poem should be rhyming. So by your logic, Dr. Seuss is like the greatest poet. Oh yeah, Dr. Seuss was an incredible poet. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. Would you? Could you? With a goat? Not with a goat. Not in a boat. Not on a plane. Not in a train. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. God damn. Hey! No, I'm sorry. Don't swear. I don't think that's in the book. Anyway, what are we talking about tonight, sweetie?
Do we have any new Ojibwe?
Andi eya nanaboozhoo. Andi eya Natasha. Andi eya Natasha.
Oh my beanie, oh my beanie.
Andi eji eyayan.
Nimin no eya miigwech.
Giga waba min mina wa.
What a great song.
Yeah, not really. Giga waba min mina wa. See you again. I'll fly by night away from here. Yeah, it was kind of gray and cold today, but the clouds are gone now. It's a clear night. But what can you say? What can you do?
I don't know.
We got any calls?
We got George Bush on line 2.
George Bush? What's he doing up this late?
I don't know.
Hello, Mr. President. Okay, I was listening to the presidential song. What is it? Da 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 da. Hey, that's great. Yeah, I finally learned it. Da 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 da. Welcome to the show, former President Bush. Da 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 da. Welcome to the show, Mr. President.
Hey, man, that's my song. You were singing my song.
Yep.
That's the president. Da, 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 da. I used to get ready in the morning to that song. I'd get up just early, and I'd be putting on my suit and my tie, and I'd be like, hey, man, play that presidential song. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna be the president of the United States, boy.
Yeah. That was a long time ago, though, huh?
Yeah, that was back in the days before we let the coloreds in to become president.
What?
Yeah, remember that boy? What was his name? Barry?
You talking about Barack Obama?
Yeah, remember that? He became the president. I was like, what? Say what? I couldn't believe it. Where I'm come from, Texas, well, we're good old boys. And, we never thought we'd see a colored boy he was a Negro.
Dude,
He's such a racist. No, man, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's how we do it down here in Texas, man. We got a kid. I was ribbing you. I'm ribbing you. Hey, let me ask you a question, boy. What? What's the Ojibwe word of the day? Well, today is Wednesday. Abatuse. That's how we call it in Ojibwe. Abatuse, Wednesday. You know, that reminds me of 9/11. That was on a Wednesday. I think it was on a Tuesday. What? Yeah, wasn't 9/11 on a Tuesday? I don't know, man. We planned it for the Wednesday, but then, boop, there it happened on Tuesday, I guess. Oh, so you did plan it. What did I say? You said you planned it for a Wednesday, but it happened on a Tuesday? Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that, man. I didn't know nothing. I was just reading to the kids. Sometimes when you're president, you got to go to a school and you got to read My Pet Goat. I read My Pet Goat, and then the Secret Service, they're coming and like, Mr. President, a little plane, a big old plane just flew into New York City and it knocked down 3 buildings. What? Yeah, man. 2 planes came into New York City and knocked down 3 buildings, and I was like, say what? And then I didn't know what to think, so I just sat there for about 20 minutes, and then I got up, and then I went in, and I was like the president the country needed. You know, you were either with us or you were with the terrorists. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, what a mess. So you were behind. Did you really do 9/11? No, man, I didn't do 9/11. That was Donald Trump. Donald Trump did 9/11? Yeah, man. No, I was just a president. I didn't have any real power. Donald Trump arranged to have them buildings taken down. I'm not supposed to talk about it, though. That's secret classified information. If my daddy heard me, he'd take me over his knee. Well, I think your dad's dead, isn't he? Yeah, I think so, man. Is your wife dead yet? My wife, Barbara Bush Jr., Barbara W. Bush? That's not your wife's name. What's his wife's name? I don't remember. Yeah, let's just call her Barbara W. Bush. Is she still alive? Yeah, I think so, man. Hey, honey, you here somewhere? Yeah, she alive. Okay. I was watching. Hey, is there anything else I can do for you, Mr. President? How do you say goodbye, boy? Number 1, don't call me boy. But we say, Giga min Mina wa. I'll see you again. Well, Giga min Mina wa, boy. You come down to Texas, man. I'll show you a good time. I'll show you how we do it down in the ranch. Yee-haw! Guy's a weirdo. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, former President of the United States of America, George W. He was the only person in the world whose nickname was his middle initial. They were just, that's George W. They didn't call him George Bush Jr. or, George whatever, Geo Bush or something. It was George W. But anyway, he says Trump did 9/11. Well, Trump bragged about having the tallest building after the 2 towers went down. Yeah. I listened to a recording of Trump talking to a reporter on 9/11. And, he's cool as a cucumber. Wasn't afraid. They're like, Mr. Trump, what did you think? You own a big old building in New York. Were you afraid? And he was like, yeah, now that those 2 buildings are down, Trump Tower is now the largest building in New York City. That was really something. It was an amazing call, he said. It was an amazing, or something like that. And it was like he was bragging about having the tallest building. He wasn't scared that there was going to be another plane or that the terrorists were going to bomb him next. No, he knew. He knew it was over. He took that phone call as though he knew it was over, like he had nothing to be afraid of. Yeah. You know. So, I mean, I'm sure Bush knew something about it. And his best friend was Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani. He's a really good mayor, Rudy Giuliani. He's going to dress up in a dress. And I'm going to do a little skit with Rudy Giuliani dressing in drag. Oh, but here's the thing. Speaking of presidents. Yeah. I saw the craziest video. And I didn't want to share it because I knew YouTube would take it down. But by the end of this video, I was convinced that not only is Michelle Obama transgendered, but every single first lady that there has ever been since we've had photographs, this guy went through, and without exception, when you really look at it, Melania. You ever notice how nobody talks about how beautiful Melania is? She was a model. And all this stuff, and, you know. But nobody ever bothered. Nobody cared. Because when you really look at her, you kind of go, okay, 6 foot tall, harsh features. They always kind of look like she's like a mannequin or something. Then you go back. Then there's Michelle, who's huge and has the same shoulders as Muhammad Ali. But then Barbara Bush, not a looker. And weird looking, like demonic. And then you go back. Hillary was actually the most feminine looking first lady of all the first ladies they showed. But just one after another, you look at them and you go, what? George Bush Sr.'s wife, Barbara? Yeah. She looks exactly like the head of the Satanic Church. What's his name? Aldous Huxley or something like that? Yeah, whatever that guy was. But it just looked like a man in a wig. On and on and on. And you start to wonder, is like, how come all these guys who lived a life rich, charismatic, ambitious, well-connected men who eventually become president, you'd think they could have any woman they'd want. I mean, rock stars get pretty wives and stuff, but presidents don't. They get mannish-looking, really demonic, ugly wives. And I hear you baby boomers go, well, what about Jackie Onassis? Take a look again. Take a look again at Jackie Onassis. Her eyes are way too far apart. I was like, oh yeah, I remember her being beautiful because she wore sunglasses. She took those sunglasses on. She looked like a gecko. You know? Horrible. Just scary ugly. You know, President Kennedy, handsome dude. But like Brad Pitt, handsome. A lot of the dudes, presidents, had that sort of pretty boy look that some people have speculated, well, you know, secret transgenders sometimes are really like handsome boys, men, like Brad Pitt or Elvis Presley or whoever. Is Elvis trans? I'm starting to think he might have been. But these people, they were born. So in the end, the guy was like, okay, here's the deal. Here's the latest conspiracy to consider. So remember in the Bible when they talked about the fallen angels that came with Satan? 33%? Yeah. What if the demons are genderless? It never says in the Bible that there are boy angels and girl angels. Maybe they don't have a gender. But they come down here and they just choose a gender. And when the Bible talked about we don't fight against flesh and blood, we fight against dark forces in principalities or whatever, in high places. This guy was speculating that maybe all the presidents and the kings and queens, you look around at all those weirdos too, they all look like They're demonically possessed trans things. And that the big unveiling will be when they reveal themselves and they're going to say, hey, and this is what's behind all the transgendering stuff, is that they're going to come out and say, hey, we've always been here, and we're gods, and you can be too if you just trans or something. Wow. Yeah, but it blew my mind. Because, I had been looking for secret transgendered people for a long time. And it didn't occur to me that maybe everyone. No one ever talks about the Obamas, one of their kids, Melania or whatever. You look at her now and you go, it looks like a boy in a wig. John Redco. Hey, Curtis Mills is back, sweetie. BOOZHOO, Curtis. What's going on? Curtis is on Indian time. Come on in. Clock doesn't tell me what time it is. I tell that clock what time it is. Hey, clock. It's time to do a show. Why try and know why this feeling inside me? City boy. I saw the towers go down on Fight Club, and then in the morning on the news. Weird. You saw Fight Club the night before 9/11? Because that was some weird foreshadowing. Yeah, because Fight Club came out in the 90s. Yeah. Because nobody knew how towers went down until after 9/11. Oh, they dropped right down, huh? I guess, I don't know. I would have assumed they would topple over, but no, they'd fall right in their footprint. All but a couple were Saudis, and 45 of them sold them weapons. What? Oh, hell, that's shaming women again. What if God is a red woman? What? Surrealist is all over the place. Do you believe the official story, Surrealist? Do you think it was 19 Saudi Arabians who came to America and hijacked big planes with box cutters? I don't believe that. No, I don't believe it either. What if God is a red woman, sweetie? God's definitely a red woman. Do you think God's got a gender? God's a dude. How come God's a dude, but the fallen angels are genderless? BOOZHOO teachers. La di da 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 da. Hoka hey, hoka hey. What else we got going on down here? Oh, not much. I got those cool background graphics. Yeah. That was cool how David Bowie called in. I know, I miss that guy. Do you want to get up here? I don't know, I'm tired. Should we play Fly By Night and call it a show? I think so. All right. Hey guys, we're going to do one more song for you and call it a show. It's getting late. We just wanted to stop in and say, BOOZHOO! And to throw out some wild speculative questions on 9/11, I guess. You want to add anything? Oh, no, that's good. All right. This is Fly By Night with rockstar cartoonist and Natasha and Emily. Miigwech Gabizandawiag. I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minowa. Oh. One more? Uh-oh, here we go. Rush! Fly By Night. I love this song. Oh, yeah, this is great. Why try? No, why?
This feeling inside me says this time I was gone. Clear head, new life ahead. It's time I was king and not just one more pawn. Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. Moonrise, thoughtful eyes, staring back at me from the window beside. No fright or hindsight, leaving behind that empty feeling inside. Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. Yeah, yeah.
Yikes!
Start a new chapter. I'll find what I'm after. It's changing every day. A change of the seasons and all for a reason. You want to get away. Quiet and pensive, my thoughts apprehensive. The hours drift away. Leaving my homeland and playing a lone hand. My life begins today. Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. Ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. And you have been watching
BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO,
a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. My name is Michael Lyons. This is Natasha.
BOOZHOO.
And that's NANABOOZHOO.
Okay.
And we'll see you again.
Giga waba min.
Mina
Mina
wa.
wa. Hoa.